Hi there, gorgeous! Happy Frugal Friday to you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Friday, focusing on drugstore makeup. I also make videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you'd like to be notified of new content like this, please subscribe, and thank you if you do. Today it's a full face of nothing new. For lack of a better description. These are just old favorites or products I've used in the past. Maybe I should start a new series like this, kind of like a Shop My Stash kind of playlist. Maybe, we'll see. Let me know what you think. Beginning with skincare, I love this product. It's from the company Procure. It's their Rosa Care. It's one that I have been using consistently since I reviewed them last year. And it's basically great for those of us who struggle with redness. It's a moisturizer and redness reducer in one, and it plays really well underneath makeup. And I typically edit the skincare portion out of videos, but I wanted to show it to you today simply because I'm going to be showing you everything from start to finish. Taking my Hada Labo eye cream, love, love, love. I'm applying a little bit of this underneath my eyes. Currently, I do not have a drugstore eyeshadow primer, so I'm using this one that I got off of Amazon. It is rather pricey, but it's excellent. This is from Elizabeth Mott. It's her Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer. I also really love the Revlon one, Milani's, and NYX's Proof It if you're looking for a really good drugstore option. And then for my face, I'm using the e.l.f. Jellypop Dew Primer. I love this stuff. You don't need much of it though. A little bit does go a long way, so I usually apply it right there and then up here. And even though it's a dew primer and I'm oily, it doesn't make me oily. It almost helps to counteract the oil. It's a fascinating product, and I absolutely love how it makes the skin look. For the eyes, I am first applying my Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow. This is definitely nothing new. I know you've seen me do this so many times. I'm applying this on the brow bone. And then for my eyes today, I'm using an old favorite. I absolutely love this palette. It's from Wet n Wild, and it is the Petalette palette. And so I'm going to take this shade right here and begin to apply this in the crease. We are all feeling so much better, by the way, so thank you to everyone who has been asking about us. With the exception of Ace, this poor child. I'm taking him to the pediatrician's office later today because he's just got this horrible cough, and he's coughing up green mucus, and it's just, I feel like something's not right, you know? So I'm going to get him checked out further. They still try to be so happy, and you can tell that they're not feeling good, but then they'll sit there and they still smile and they still try to interact with you, and then it just breaks your heart even more. Taking this light lilac from the palette. But I did want to say thank you so much to all of you who had recommended elderberry. I didn't know, and I told my husband about this. He's like, oh yeah, that's awesome stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why didn't you tell me? Anyway, I got elderberry gummies for the kids. They were very highly rated. I researched to find the best ones. So I've started giving those to Jet and Gia, and they taste really good too. And they think that they are candy, even though I keep telling Jet it's medicine, because every time I give them to him in the morning, he's like, more? And I'm like, no, baby. They're medicine. You can't have more of them. And then I'm taking this deep purple. Oh, yes. And I'm going to blend that into the outer V. And I think I also want to use this as liner on the eyes. One of my best friends from high school sent me a video on Instagram yesterday, and she wore purple eyeshadow to work. And her coworkers were asking her, why are you wearing purple eyeshadow? You know what her response was? Why aren't you? I was like, yes! That's why we are best friends. That's why. And taking that purple and using it to line the eyes. Gotten into the habit lately of using eyeshadow over traditional liquids and pencils as eyeliner. I love the smokiness and the subtlety that it gives the eyes. It defines them without being too harsh, and I'm just loving the look of it lately. I am going to also take the Wet n Wild 32 pan eyeshadow palette, and I'm using the smallest amount of this matte black shade at the bottom here because I really want to define. Yes. Give me more definition in the outer V. We're gonna move on to brows. I'm using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. This is in the shade Soft Brown. I love this pencil. Applied my lashes. These are from my lash line, Inky Minky Lashes in the style Giovanna, named for my daughter. If you're interested in them, I'll have them linked for you below. Moving on to the face, I am going back to another old favorite. This is the e.l.f. BB Cream in the shade Fair. So I want to start doing some videos where I try out makeup that you pick. I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing this, and it's such a cool concept, and I feel like it gets you involved more too. So if you have a favorite drugstore makeup product that you are either constantly repurchasing or is like holy grail status for you, feel free to leave it below, and I'll gather all those comments together, put together a video, and try some of them out. Because I have discovered so many great products based on recommendations that have come from you. And I mean, I don't sit up here claiming to know everything. Oh no. And I like trying new things, especially when it comes to makeup. I mean, hello. I love that BB cream. It gives you just the smallest amount of coverage without really covering up your skin. I am also going to use this newer product. I've used it before, but it's become a favorite of mine most recently, and that's the No. 7 Lift and Luminate Serum Concealer. I'm going to apply that under my eyes. Oh, newborn nights are real. Goodness. Oh, Ace has started to develop a schedule where he goes to bed at 10. My other two kids go to bed at 8. So it's quite a change right now. And then he'll wake up at either 1 or 2 a.m. And then he'll wake up at either 5 or 6 a.m. And then he's up at 7. So that's been the consistent schedule that's been happening now most recently. The problem is, after he goes to bed at 10, I usually will try to come back to the studio, film, edit, do whatever it is I need to do. So I'm not getting to bed until 12 a.m., sometimes 1 a.m. And then by the time I am just starting to fall asleep, he's waking up. So yeah, my point of all that is that the eye bags, yeah, oh yeah, much better. Moving on to blush. This is one that I tried out, I want to say in December, and I really, really love it. It's the Can Make Cream Cheek. The shade that I'm using here is No. 5. I am going to apply it with a stippling brush. This is one from Makeup Geek. It's the angled stippling brush. A small amount there, and this is such a beautiful product. It was very highly rated on Amazon, and I can absolutely see why. It's like that BB cream from e.l.f. It just looks like your skin, but better. I am next using the Maybelline Master Chrome Jelly Highlighter. This is one that I used a few times last year, but you don't need much. You really don't, because it is very, see what I mean? So creamy smooth, very easy to blend in. Oh, by the way, the shade that I'm using, did I say the shade? I can't remember. It's Metallic Rose is what I'm using here. And to set everything, because we need to, I'm using Catrice's Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. This is waterproof. This is a dupe for the Urban Decay waterproof powder, just so you know. I actually tested this one out in the rain when I was pregnant with Gia, and it was awesome. Oh yes. Pregnant lady dancing in the rain. Why? For YouTube. Why not? Then I'm going to add a little bit of contour with Milani's Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in shade number 1. This is one of those products that was recommended by many of you, and the second that I tried it, I loved it. For the lips, this combo I'm getting ready to show you is one that was an accidental discovery, and I discovered it because I got this lipstick from L'Oreal that I didn't really care for on its own. So that lipstick is All Out Pout, and I'll show you the color of it by itself so you can see what it looks like. On me, I didn't feel like it was too flattering. It was a little too dark. So that's the shade that it actually is. But I've talked about this in past videos too. When I don't like a lipstick color necessarily, I'll start pairing it up with different lip liners to see if I can get a combo that I do really like with it. And this one was what ended up selling me on this lipstick. And so I'm using the Flower Petal Pout lip liner in the shade Plum. I've been asked in the past, how do you blend your lip liner with your lipstick? Do you fill in your lips? Do you just line them? And usually what I'll do is just line my lips like this and then apply the lipstick over it and then use a brush to blend it. So I'll share that with you in the next couple steps. I'm going to apply the lipstick. And then take my brush, and sometimes what I'll do is wipe the lipstick off on a paper towel to get rid of some of the lip liner, and then take a little bit of the lipstick onto a brush and use that to blend the lip liner into the lips a little bit more. And see, I like the combo much better than I like the lipstick on its own. I feel like it's very flattering to my skin tone and it goes great with purple eyes. Hope you enjoyed this look, and if you are interested in recreating it for yourself, I'll have all the products I used listed and linked for you below. Again, feel free to share your favorites from the drugstore so I can test them out in a future video. I'll try to use as many as I can for a full face. It may require 2 videos, who knows? But anyway, thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to watch. I will have a new weight loss vlog live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I look forward to seeing you then. Have a beautifully blessed weekend ahead.